Hi, welcome to Power Motion YouTube channel. Today this video we're going to talk about Aygo electric bike, but specifically a model called Aero, spelled with E-R-O. This bike has a lot of great features. Primarily there's a little bit of a European influence, so feature like a wheel lock and so forth, and very upright position bike. So it's a great commuter bike to ride around in town and get to point A to point B. So I'm gonna pull it over, tell you a little bit more detail about this bike here. All right, it's a beautiful sunny day here. For some of you don't know, Calgary is a very dry weather. As a result, we have a perfect blue sky behind me. So in this segment of this video, we're gonna go over the spec of this bike here. So this is the Aygo, and the model is Aero, spelled with E-R-O. So let's get into the spec of this bike here. All right, so let's start with the cockpit of the bike here. So to start off, it has a very nice synthetic leather handle grip. Has also a leather stitch around here. Makes a very classic look. So here you have the Tektro Auriga hydraulic brake. It's not the top end brake, but at least it's a hydraulic brake, so provide very good stopping power. So on this side, you have a trigger shifter. So I really like that because this is pretty much like a mountain bike sort of a trigger shifter. Makes it very easy to shift and very fast. And then you have a nice belt in here. What I really like about this is the Pomax adjustable stem. So what it does is you have a quick release here, and once you open up the quick release, this handlebar can articulate to whatever angle that you like to be. Whether if you have a shorter hand, you can pull it back. And if you have taller person and if you have longer arm or longer torso, you can push it out the handlebar. So it's a very nice touch here. And then on here, on the left-hand side, you have the throttle, which allow you to activate the motor power on demand. And then on this side here, you have the display unit. All right, let's talk about the front wheel here. So on the front wheel, so you have the Suntoo NCX suspension. It's a 80mm travel distance, so it's a great way to handle some of the bump here. What I really like about here is this is an aluminum fender. It's not a plastic fender. You know, Aygo have definitely stepped it up in terms of making this bike a little bit more robust. You can see this rod is really thick. So it's extremely robust. It's almost like you cannot break this fender if you hit a bump or anything like that. On the brake, you have the 2-piston hydraulic brake here. The rotor is a 180 rotor. So generally it's a very large rotor for a commuter bike. Most of the commuter bike is 160. So Aygo put a 180, so provide you much more quicker stopping power. So another sort of a step up component that Aygo have put in is the Sorbet Big Apple tire. So the Big Apple tire generally is a little bit more inflated, has a much more higher pressure. And what that means is provide you much more comfortable ride, but also have a very smooth track. So this bike is perfect for city riding and so forth. And then you have a front light here, so if you're riding at night time, you don't have to worry about not having battery, and you're always able to get access to your front light as well as a tail light here. And then on the front here, they basically have a Velcro strap to cover all the connection here, and then everything just kind of split out to the handlebar in here. All right, moving to the battery. So surprisingly, Aygo always put out very large battery. So on this particular battery is 48 volt, 14.5 amp hour. Translation is 696 watt hour, which means it's probably one of the largest battery that I have seen on factory e-bike. So which means that this battery will provide you really long distance. We're talking about 80 to 90 kilometers in terms of the range. So it's a very large battery. So moving forward, you have a very nice saddle in here. Going down to the back of the bike here, what is really interesting thing is they actually put a wheel lock in here. So I don't see most of the North American are not really used to the wheel lock, but in Europe, wheel lock is very popular. But one thing you need to make sure is in order to get the key out, you must lock the bike in order to get this key out. So it's a great way of doing a short stop for a couple minutes, like 20 minutes or something like that. Once again, you have a very nice aluminum fender here. And then a very, very sturdy rack in here at the back here. So on this side, you have a very nice chain guard here, so it prevents you getting grease on your pan so far here. Okay, going back of the wheel here, you have the Shimano Acera here, and then it also has protecting derailleur guard, so it just prevents you getting hit on the curb or anything that potentially hitting the derailleur, so keep this protected. On the motor, you have a Maxi Gear 500 watt hub motor here. So next thing what I like to show you is the iGo have what you call a self-diagnostic system. What that means is when I turn it on, every time I turn it on, it just kind of runs through a diagnostic check. Hey, it's my display unit connected, is my motor connected, is the brake it's on, and that kind of stuff. It just check a whole bunch of other stuff. So let me just kind of demonstrate it to you. So if I hold the brake lever here, so I'm activating the brake and I'm going to turn it on. So immediately it runs through a diagnostic and it say air 25. So it's just a very, very nice touch that I don't see a lot of e-bike that has this kind of feature. And if I let go the brake and then it just kind of reset and say, hey, everything is okay. So it's just a very nice touch at what iGo have done with this enhanced feature here. All right, to summarize of this Aero bike, basically has a really, really good feature. Things are built really, really robust. For example, aluminum fender. I don't see any other companies using aluminum fender, but really, really thick rod to make the fender really robust. But a really, really huge, large battery. I mean, we're talking about 48 volt, 14 mAh battery, which is almost like a 700 watt hour. So it's a very large battery that provides you great distance. But the other thing is, it's a really, really nice upright bike and a fully adjustable stem. So you can always be able to adjust it to fit in different ergonomic riding position. And also has 9 speeds, so provide you a great way of be able to climb hill, even though if you run out of battery and so forth. So again, overall, it's a really, really good bike. I really, really like this bike. In terms of the quality, I mean, the price point is a little bit more higher, but overall, I think you get what you pay for. They put in a little bit more better quality of component. So I think this is a wonderful bike as a commuter bike. So if you want to know more information about this particular bike here, the iGo Aero, be sure to come by to our Power Motion store. And if you do like our video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Have a nice ride.